Hello everyone and welcome to the Fishhead Creations podcast, where I pull out one of my interesting projects every time and talk you through the details. Of course there's lawn mowing going on today because I'm recording. It's not even my usual recording day, because I know I won't have time to record on Monday, or I would have been recording, but I have time today, so I'm pre-recording and uploading on Monday, and nothing of this matters to you anyway, because you will be watching this when it's up, which is Monday. Today is Thursday, by the way. I have kind of lost track of weekdays, but it's Thursday today, as far as I'm aware, so yeah. What else? Yeah. So, the moment I decided I would be recording today was apparently when they decided that would be lawn mowing day today, but they seem to have the lunch break at the moment, and I hope I can get through this before they start cutting everything and every single leaf and every single sprig of grass by hand with a motor loud thingy just under my window. Let's just keep our fingers crossed. I didn't want to skip another week, and I know I won't be home on Monday, so I'm recording today. I have finished 2 garments since I last recorded, which, yeah, happened. You can see my work in progress in the background, I think. This will be for my boyfriend. It's on 3mm needles, in-house super soft, and I'm throwing everything around. It will take a while, so it's quite a good thing I have 2 other things to talk about first. One of them is this. If you follow me on Instagram, which, by the way, as always, my name is Anna. You can find me as Oopsty on Ravelry and as Caledoniana on Instagram, and links to everything will be down below. Whatever. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen this. It's my own design, and yeah, I'm quite happy with it. So, first thing, this yarn. If you know me, if you followed me for a while, you know that I very rarely use hand-dyed yarns. This is hand-dyed. This is by Ching Fibre in London. Usually hand-dyed yarns are just completely out of my budget, and also I just prefer solid colors. And yeah, everything hand-dyed is usually like this, kind of variegated, speckled, whatever. It does have its place. I think it's beautiful, but it's usually just not worth the cost for me, because solid color things work better in my wardrobe anyway. But as you can see, this is hand-dyed. I did not pay for this yarn. So just full disclosure, I did not pay for this yarn. This was kind of my payment because I did a design collaboration with Ching Fibre, and some of the yarn they just sent me to experiment and design with, which was this contrast color. Both are on that sock base because it was a sock design, as you may have seen. And so they sent a bunch of their sock yarn. This contrast color is slate, and then I just got a voucher instead of payment, kind of, as a thank you for doing the design for them. I got a voucher for 3 skeins of yarn, and I decided on the main color I used here, which is dark cherry. So that's why I used hand-dyed yarn, because it was a design collaboration and I received the yarn for free. I would not have been able to afford, or at least not been willing to afford, this amount of hand-dyed yarn usually if I had to pay for it full price. Not because it's not worth it, because there's such a lot of work going into hand-dyed yarns. It's just not worth it to me, because I'm always on a very tight budget, and I'm a very quick knitter, so I go through a lot of yarn. And this whole thing took me 10 days, I think, to knit. And if I paid full price for the yarn and only spent 10 days knitting on it, it's not worth it to me, although it is beautiful. This is Ching Fibre sock. It's a 75-25 superwash merino nylon, your standard hand-dyed yarn base. I did alternate skeins throughout, kind of mixed and match. I used 2.5 skeins of the main color and just a tiny bit of the contrast color. Also, please excuse all the sniffling today. I'm on day 3 of a new kick of allergies, so as things go, you are used to it by now. So yeah, you may remember some time, maybe last year probably, I talked about my green sock yarn tweed jumper, the one with the Celtic knot motif. This one is based on the same construction. So it's knit bottom up with more stitches for the hips than it has for the bust. As you can see, maybe, it has quite significant waist shaping. The sleeves also bottom up, increased all around with 20 rows of 1x1 rib at cuffs and hem. Then there's a few bits of raglan shaping, the color work, and then quite rapid decreases at the top, and another 15 rounds of ribbing. The construction is not terribly complicated. It's a pretty straightforward knit, and it's knit at a 22 stitch gauge, which is quite a loose gauge, but I wanted that because I discovered I needed just another light layer spring summer jumper. I don't have many of those because I prefer to knit with warmer wool, and there's just something to be said for superwash yarns in transitional seasons. They don't feel as woolly, they are much softer, and they probably will pill a lot more, but they are also not as warm, and I prefer to have my arms covered at all times. I just don't feel comfortable with my arms exposed, so it's quite a good thing to have lighter layers with long sleeves that I can throw over in. Well, the weather we're having right now, pretty much, because we've been returning to normal summers. It's not hot, and it's great. After the two previous years that were just exceptionally hot, we're back to our normal summers. Oh, this summer is back to how summers were previously. We still don't get winters, but at least we're only having about 20 degrees Celsius most of the time, which is just such a relief. It's just, I love it. I love being able to wear long sleeves and woolly jumpers and woolly socks all summer long. So this one fits right in. I haven't worn it yet. I have tried it on before I blocked it. I haven't tried it on afterwards because I wanted to keep it nice and pretty for showing it off here and for taking pictures. But of course the cats had blocking it, and they did already put a few threads. I can't find them now, so here's one. It's never been worn, but it already has some threads pulled out. Yeah, I need to fix those. This one. It's not too bad. I can live with it. That's what cats are for, right? That's why we have them and love them. Yeah. Thing about this one is I have actually written up the pattern. It's all ready to go. The only thing missing is my schematic, because I have drawn it out, I have scanned it in. I just need to put it into the pattern and put all the notes on it. But it's completely written up. It's completely ready to go for testing, and I hope to be calling for testers soon, because I hope to register Fishhead Creations as a business today and be able to offer my patterns as paid for, which is not really offering. We're offering them for purchase, which will help me make a bit more money on the side and maybe just help with the yarn cost. As I said, we've started looking for a house, small farm. We have found the first one we might go to view, and if we decide to purchase a house, really, any small income on the side will help. So seems like a good time to start my business now. Yeah, and this pattern is all written up and ready to go. 9 sizes from 70 to 150 centimeters. Please don't ask me what that is in inches. I have no idea. I think 150 centimeters is about 59 inches. And 70 centimeters is something around 27 inches. I have no idea. My brain doesn't work in inches. So yeah. But if any of you are interested in test knitting this one, please let me know. I'm guessing most sizes should be able to get away with just 3 skeins of the main color. Maybe the largest 1 or 2 will need a bit more, but that's to be determined. That's one thing I really have to do, is find a way to calculate yardage. And I also would like the help of test knitters for that, and just to check the fit. But I will put up actual call for testers soon. Just if any of you would like early access, you will have a nice long period to test with this, because it's my first design and I'm sure there are issues. Just drop me a message. Anything else? I don't really know. I think it grew quite a bit in blocking, which hasn't happened to me before, but I haven't used a similar base before. All other garments I have knit in superwash fingering weight so far have, well, not all of them, but most of them have not been in merino nylon, but just wool nylon, so the standard commercial sock yarns, and they didn't grow lengthwise. And the one I knit in Knit Picks Grow, which I think is merino as well, it also didn't grow, but this one did quite a bit. But I think it's still quite a nice size, and because it has so much hip shaping, it will actually fit quite well, even a bit longer. Yeah, I need to try it on. I need to have pictures taken of me actually wearing it, because I've so far only put up pictures of it hanging on a tree. Which in itself was quite an interesting thing to do, because it's summer holidays now, so all schools are closed and all kids are home, which they have been before due to coronavirus, but let's not talk about that. But all kids are home, and where I live, in this building, there's quite a lot of families with smaller children around. So that day when I decided I needed to take pictures of this garment, all of them are outside. All of them are outside, just in front of the house where I usually take pictures, because it's just nice and natural light, and I don't have a garden, so I just go outside in front of the house and take pictures there. But I managed to find a moment when no children were around, and I was able to put my lovely jumper on a hanger up in the tree and take pictures of it. But it was a gamble, because while the older people around just give me strange looks when I'm out there with a camera and some knitted items and just jump around on walls to take pictures of my socks, the children really come up to you and ask you questions all the time, and I really would be afraid of them trying to steal my knitting, just out of curiosity. And I cannot deal with that. So yeah, I was happy I managed to find a moment in between waves of children outside to take pictures. But I think that's actually already everything, because it's a pretty easy garment. There's no decreases in the color work section. They all happen before and after the color work. And oh, and I have remedied it in the pattern, so it doesn't need any raglan decreases here. It just was too much of a hassle to grade, so yeah. What else? More pulled stitches. Thank you, cats. I don't think there will be too many garments from Hentai Yarns in my future, but I do like this one. And I'm really excited to see how it will look if others actually knit it. It's my first garment pattern I've ever written up, and I'm so excited to see if it works. I don't think it will, really. I think there will be quite a few issues, especially for the sizes further away from my own size. But on the other hand, I bullied my boyfriend into writing me kind of a tool for doing automatic grading, and it made it so much easier. I think that's really what I needed to start writing down my garment patterns, is just some help with the grading. And yeah, what else? I don't think there's too much more to say. Thank you for watching. As I said, if you're interested in test knitting or have any suggestions, questions, whatever, just leave a comment below, drop me a message on either social media platform. You will find links below. And until then, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!